There was a woman named Inkem who lived in a small village called Obinzi. She was a hard-working farmer, known for her gentle heart and cheerful spirit. But for many years, she carried a silent pain. She had no child. She and her husband, Okafo, had been married for over 15 years. They had prayed, visited hospitals, and even gone to church after church. Each time people were blessed with babies, they congratulated others with smiles. But behind closed doors, Nkem cried herself to sleep. Still, she never lost her faith. She would say, "God's time is the best time. When He remembers me, it will be beautiful." One dry afternoon, when the sun was fierce, Nkem went to the market to sell her cassava. On her way home, she saw an old beggar woman sitting by the roadside. Her clothes were torn, and she looked very weak. The old woman stretched out her hand and said, "Please, my daughter, I have not eaten since morning." Mama Nkem looked at the small money she had. It was barely enough for food at home. She paused for a moment, then smiled and said, "Mama, please wait here. Let me buy you something to eat." She went back to a food seller, bought a plate of rice, and gave it to the old woman. The old woman ate and blessed her, saying, "My daughter, because of this kindness, your joy will soon overflow. Before the next planting season, your laughter will fill this village." Nkem smiled gently and said, "Amen," not knowing the woman was an angel in disguise. Months passed. One morning, Nkem began to feel strange. She thought it was malaria, but when she went to the clinic, the nurse smiled and said, "Mama, you are pregnant." She was shocked. Tears rolled down her face. After so many years, God had remembered her. When she told her husband, he shouted for joy and kneeled down in tears. 9 months later, she gave birth to a healthy baby boy. The child she named Chizaram, meaning God has comforted me. The whole village celebrated. Even people who had mocked her came to rejoice. Years later, Nkem never forgot the old woman. She continued to help anyone in need, saying, "You never know when your kindness will open your miracle." Her story became a lesson in the village, a story mothers told their daughters. Do good, not because of reward, but because God sees every act of kindness. Moral of the story: a kind heart is never forgotten by God. Never stop being good, even when life seems unfair. Your blessing may be one act of kindness away.